Hey everyone, welcome to the video. My name is Chase Chappell, and in this module, we're going to be covering your Facebook page settings, security and compliance, making sure that your personal account is secure and active. So that way, we can prevent any ad account bans early on and lower the chances of that actually happening. And two, we can make sure everything's legitimized with Facebook so that way they trust you more, and it's going to open up access to a little bit more tools that you haven't had access to before if you haven't already verified. And we're also going to, look at making sure that your page is active. So that way, whenever we do start running ads and people actually click to go see your profile, there is information there that they can access and they can trust your brand to actually move forward and actually purchasing. So one of those first steps is making sure you go to your actual Facebook page. And when I say Facebook page, I'm actually referring to your personal profile. So we're going to go ahead and click on your personal profile. Some of the first steps that really need to be taken here are, one, just making sure that you look like a legitimate person. One of those things being are having your actual, Facebook page with a profile image. A lot of times we see people with the icons that are originally set up with Facebook, which are like those gray backgrounds with like an unlocked character. You really don't need that and you don't want that because it's not very trustworthy, and you just want to make sure that you do actually seem like a real person or are a real one, because that's really important, because otherwise you can get mixed in with, the whole scammer thing, and Facebook doesn't want to think that you're actually creating multiple profiles. So we need to make sure that your page is actually set up and is legit, because that's going to protect you a lot more when actually running ads, and it's going to make it so much easier for you, and you're going to get better reach. And I'm going to show you how it gives you more reach and it gives you more access as well. So go ahead and add that profile image. Make sure you have a good header in the background. Make sure it's high quality. Enter in some bio information about yourself. Make sure you enter in some more information here, maybe even your company page if you want to link that in there. It's okay if this is for your family profile. It doesn't really matter. Honestly, if anything, those people should be supporting you. If not, you should still make a few posts just to be super active here, because that's really important whenever, you're getting vetted out, and also when you're connecting these things to your business manager. I mean, if you're going to be spending a lot of money, you want to make sure that these parts are taken care of. Otherwise, this is the last thing you want to, get your account taken down over. So make sure you have a couple posts up, and once you have everything pretty much, filled out and you have some information here, you can go ahead and take the next step, which is actually clicking this drop down here. And what you're going to do is you're going to select settings and privacy. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to click on settings, and then it's going to pull open general, and you're going to select this box here, identity confirmation. Identity confirmation is really important because this is going to verify who you are. Now, this isn't a required step, but I highly recommend it, because if you verify who you are, one, you're going to unlock access to being able to run ads for social issues, elections, or politics. Now, you might be saying, Chase, I don't run ads for any of those things. That's totally okay. It's going to unlock access for you anyways, but also what this is going to do for you, it's going to prove that you're an actual real person with Facebook. This is going to ensure that, one, everything's safe with your account. Two, they know you're a legit person. If you've ever been locked out of your account and you're not verified, Facebook doesn't really have an obligation to actually help you out or get you access again. The other thing is it's going to give you authorization for your page publishing. That means whenever you post an actual page online and the pages you manage, well, you're quite literally going to get a higher potential reach just because of the fact that you have a secure account and secure info. Now, what Facebook doesn't tell you is this plays a role into your backend ad account. A lot of people don't know this, but these little details here give you more reach and give you that little competitive edge, because Facebook trusts you more, so therefore they're willing to deliver your content and ads to more individuals. Because if they know you're a legit person, they know you're a legit business, and everything is verified, they're going to have a whole lot more comfortability with actually pushing your stuff out more than the others. If somebody else has just a gray profile image, everything's very basic, there's no information about them, really they put in the least amount of information about their business, they just posted their page, they have no engagements, no posts, no nothing, no information, and literally running ads, that spells scam all over. And Facebook locks those accounts very easily, and people wonder why they get rejected. Well, that's a primary reason why. So once again, I highly recommend going through the steps. I've already completed these steps, but just to highlight some of the steps that I went through to complete this that you might encounter. One is uploading your ID to prove who you are. Two is actually confirming your address, and they actually send like a card in the mail. You check that card and enter in the code, and then you're verified. It can take up to 7 days, maybe even 14 days, depending on where you live. Now, this might be different depending on where you are in the world, so just follow the steps if you want to complete this process. I highly recommend it if you are looking to get that better reach and secure your account. All right, now the second thing you're going to do is actually click on security and login, and this is the part where we're going to secure your account and make it to where if you ever forget your password, you're going to be able to access this again. And two, we're going to prevent any of those people who like to try to break into accounts from doing it. So what you're going to do is turn on two-factor authentication. This is going to ensure that you're logging in from a device, and you're authenticating it and making sure that, only you can access this. So that way, if anybody figures out your password, they're going to have your phone too. The other thing is actually making sure that you know your login information. If not, it's a good idea to actually make sure you figure out what it is and, hold on to that. The next thing is having your info saved so you don't have to constantly re-log into your account. The other thing is making sure that you have alerts if anybody's logging in from an unrecognized location. The other thing is this one's an important one. I've seen so many people literally get locked out of their Facebook account and ad account just from forgetting a password. It's such a simple thing, but it's pretty crazy how much people lose access to things in their ad account all from a password. So I would highly recommend adding 3 to 5 friends. So that way, if you ever do get locked out of your account, they can get you access again. But make sure these people are people you trust. The other thing is actually encrypting the notification emails to make sure that's an added layer so you know that nobody's phishing for your information. Facebook sends out a lot of emails to people, and it's very easy to confuse, an email that's actually from Facebook with somebody else who's actually just phishing for your private information. You don't want to have, run into that or get tricked, so make sure that you have this all set up so that way you know exactly who is sending those emails to you. Once you've completed all these steps, that's really going to help protect your account. And this is going to allow us to look forward. The reason we're taking these steps here, and we're not necessarily just jumping right into the ads yet, is because these are the actual pieces that come together that allow us to get on the right path for success and allow us to only look forward. If we're worried about these things in the back of our mind, it's going to prevent us from allowing us to do good media buying, creating good content, and actually having a successful business. You need to take care of these things because these are the things that give you security and trust about, one, yourself, two, your account, and know that you have, the actual tools in place to have everything rolling with your ads without the worry of anything in the background preventing you from doing so. And as long as everything's actually protected, the chances of, one, you getting locked out are way better. All right, so once you've completed these steps, the next thing you want to do is actually go to your Facebook page. So you can jump back into your business manager. You're going to go to your brand's business page because we need to make sure that we have this page looking pretty nice so that way if we have any customers who visit it from an ad, that we ensure they have the right information to want to move forward and making a purchase. Some of those basic items are making sure you have a header, you have a profile image, you filled out the about section of your actual page, so that way there's information on who you are, what you do, and how it all works. We completed that in the last video, so if you haven't checked that out, make sure to watch that module. The other thing is making sure you have posts on your page. If you're running ads and you have no posts on your page, that's not very legit, and it's also not very trustworthy. People like to sometimes click on your profile page just to check you out and see what you're doing, and just to get some more additional information if they need it. So make sure you post, you want to be active and ensure that you have posts going up, so that way if they ever do check out your page, there's information about what you do. So we've already put up a couple of posts, and if you don't have any actual likes or followers yet because it's a brand new page, or if you already have a page and it doesn't have a lot of engagements yet, I'd highly recommend inviting your friends to the page so that way you can actually build up a following, and then as you're actually running ads, it will grow on its own. So those are just some of the steps that you should have taken with actually completing your actual personal profile. One, making sure it's verified so that way the account is legit, Facebook knows who you are. 2 is making sure it's secure so that way nobody can break into the account and you have ways to access it if you ever lose your information. 4, that way it's verified on the personal level and on the business level. And 5, your Facebook page is legitimized, it has information about it, you've put up a couple of posts, and now you're ready to actually start running ads. Now, that is exactly what we're going to be doing in the next module, so make sure to stay tuned for that video and watch that one so we can get started on this road to actually generating sales.